Street, Fishtown, or Northern Liberties. I say Fishtown. This is Kung Fu Necktie. It is a bar, which is also like a concert venue. I would describe it as a punk rock venue, although Afro Man will be coming here, I believe, in October. Follow Kung Fu Necktie on Instagram for all updates. What? Oh, I hear somebody yelling. Hey, wow. Here we are. What are you guys? Wait, what's going on? Who are you? Wait. Oh, these people came out. My scooter don't go that fast. Give me a. Wait, why are you guys all in like lab coats? Oh, are you the guys? Are you like the fanciest pizza shop in Philadelphia? Is that you guys? Get out of here! Wow, look at all you guys. Are you guys working right now?
Yeah, we're about to open in like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. How you guys doing? What's the name of the pizza shop?
Pizzeria Padilla. Yeah.
Is that the one with the little pizza sign out front? Wow, yeah. I hear the best pizza in America. I've never been. I'm not fancy. But is it good pizza?
I think so.
Is it better than Pizza Hut?
Maybe. Don't ask Dan Fisher. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. I will do that one day. Did you guys hear me do the here?
I heard you, man. I met you at the Bruno Brothers one time. Center City, 18 to Chestnut.
You were working behind the counter?
Yeah.
Man, you're a hard worker. You guys just... Or you're a horrible worker and you have many... They fire you a lot.
You make a good point.
Do you used to work at the Bruno Brothers? See, you might be a horrible worker.
I might be.
All right. I'll see you guys later. Did you guys know that there's a statue in Fishtown from the Burning Man Festival?
No way.
You ever see that robot at that Northern Liberties Bebop, that big white robot? That's from the Burning Man Festival, and I'm going to go show the people the robot. All right, well, have a fantastic... Isn't it nice to labor on Labor Day?
Right.
All right. See you guys. Here we are. See... Toodles! Oh, wasn't that nice? The fanciest pizza shop in America coming out saying hi. So yeah, Kung Fu Necktie. Who else played here? I saw Guttermouth here. Matter of fact, my Guttermouth is a band. If you know my friend Adam the Woo, he was the bass player for Guttermouth for a little bit. And oddly enough, I was friends with the lead singer of Guttermouth. In the 90s, I used to hang out with them before they would play, and I would always go backstage and hang out with Mark. And somehow, many years later, Adam and I, our beams crossed. Oh, that doesn't sound right. But anyway, our paths crossed, and yeah, that was pretty neat how that all worked out. But I love Guttermouth, and I think it's very odd because Adam, even off camera, he doesn't curse that much. He might curse a little bit, but he doesn't curse that much. And to know that he was in Guttermouth before I got to know him, I always thought that was interesting. Okay, so this is the Girard Avenue L stop. You know what? I got to check out the changes because change is coming soon. This Dollar Tree, this has been closed. Gotta pay attention, dickhead, don't get killed. This Dollar Tree has been closed for a while, and there was a 7-Eleven. Oh no, they paved paradise. And they put up a park. Oh! Wow, cat-like reflexes, saving El Capitan. This used to be a 7-Eleven, and they tore it down. And what they're gonna do is build, you won't believe this, apartments or condos, because they didn't just do that across the street. Burning Man, that festival's going on right now, and it's making the news because the Burning Man Festival, if you don't know, it's like this art festival where people play music. They also bring in art installations, and then there's like it's like a thing. It's an experience, as they say. Well, one of the things about the Burning Man Festival is they have this policy is you leave nothing behind. You bring it in, you take it out. And one of the things that was once brought in to the Burning Man Festival was this robot right here, Bebop the Robot. This was in the Burning Man Festival. Let's see if I can find you Featured in the Burning Man Festival held in Black Rock City, Nevada. Bebop is 35 feet tall. Steel robot that invites viewers to be my eyes, be my ears, be my voice, and be my beating heart. Isn't that adorable? I'm not going to climb inside. Not today. I don't think you should anyway. There's if you fall, you would hit your head either on a steel beam or on a rock. And I'm rocking the flip-flops today, and they don't give you the best footing. So there's Burning Man in Philadelphia. Because you can't leave anything behind, the artist of Bebot, B-E-B-O-T, not bot, but I like Bebot better, so that's what I'm going to call it. And the artist who made it, you got to go with, so you went to Burning Man, and one of the things you could do in the middle of the desert is you could climb up here and maybe get a good view. Maybe get a good view of the stars. I don't know. Oh, look, he has a little devil's tail. I don't think I ever noticed that before. The Burning Man festival is going on right now. And since it's in the desert, people weren't, I guess, planning for rain. Makes sense. I remember when I went to Arizona and it rained, and I was staying at a hotel. People working at the hotel were apologizing to me because it was raining. That's how rare it is to see rain in Arizona. Like the doorman could control the weather. So anyway, it rained during Burning Man. Let's go down Alfred's Alley talking about Burning Man. Look how crowded the street's going to be. So it rained during Burning Man, and the sand, it turned to mud. And then, there's like 50,000 people there at the festival. And I want to do this festival, so I can't call them jerk-offs, because I understand, because I want to be part of it. I also want to do the Insane Clown Posse festival. What's that called? Gathering of the Juggalos. Like, I want to do that more than anything before I die. And, I'm just yelling this with all these people. So anyway, it rained, and guess what? The sand turned to mud, and now all these people, all these techno heads, guess they're stuck in the desert. So the festival, we're going to go to the right. So the festival was supposed to end tomorrow. And I just saw a newscast, and a reporter said that if people would just wait till Tuesday, the sand will turn back into sand and they'll be able to drive on it. So all these people who were supposed to be equipped to stay there till Tuesday, I don't know why they panicked. They just had to hang out. I guess because they couldn't walk around in the desert. They had to sit in like a tent for a little bit. Poor Chris Rock, he had to hitchhike. Diplo? So that's the craziest thing. Diplo was walking out of the desert, and somebody recognized him. And me and Mrs. Captain were like, if Diplo walked, you could line up 7 people and say, point out Diplo, and if you don't do it, we're going to shoot Rick the Puppy. I think Rick the Puppy would probably die, because I don't know who Diplo was. You know what? I could probably do it now, because some guy saw Diplo walking down the desert. He said, yo, Diplo, why don't you get in my car? And then Diplo was like, yo, can I bring in Chris Rock? And Diplo was like, and the guy was like, yeah, sure, it's Chris Rock. Why would I say no to that? Diplo was like, I don't know. And he's like, and the guy's like, well, listen, why don't you just get in my car? Why are we talking so long? Diplo's like, yo, I was telling you, all these celebrities had to walk 5 miles. It was, it's kind of funny. I would just sat there. I would have sat there. That's the news story. That's how I live my life. I live my life where the news story is. Although if I wasn't a YouTuber, I would have gotten the hell out of here. I live a different lifestyle because I YouTube. I love this house right here. got a cobblestone driveway. I don't know how many cobblestone driveways there are in the city, but there's one right here. You got a Belgian block street. So you see these bricks? These aren't cobblestones. Those rocks are cobblestones. That is a Belgian block. And right here is a red brick. Wow, what a wonderful world we live in. I guess I better get back to the car. No. Let's go back to the place where I saw the... So anyway, we were talking about Diplo. Oh, there's so many things going on. Somebody wrote in the comments the other day, you got to complete a thought. And I was like, no, that's the whole point of this. I don't do that. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, I don't know how Diplo... You know what? I do realize how Diplo got recognized. He is a techno guy, and it was like a techno rave type thing. Look at this, the Farmer's Dog. I've never heard of them until my good friend John Boy from John Boy Media, he started talking about Farmer's Dog. And then I noticed everybody else started. Isn't it funny how they all start talking about it? All these damn YouTubers and their SeatGeek commercials. I can't tell you, every time somebody uses my SeatGeek promo, I realize that there's a million other YouTubers out there that you could be doing that for, or podcasts, or whatever it is. So I appreciate every time somebody uses that. All right. Here it is, the Arden Theater. This is the Christ Church right here. This is the church where all the founding fathers went, right? George Washington, Ben Franklin, Betsy Ross, the guy who started the, what was it called? What the hell is it called? The Electoral College. He's buried right here. As a matter of fact, I'll show you. I won't point. There's no point in pointing. If you work in retail, that's a good thing to remember. Always walk the customer. There's no point to pointing. There he is. That guy with the plaque, that's James Wilson. Signer of the Constitution. And I know he got the Electoral College. He's the big part of that. This is the old city district of Philadelphia. It's like the historic district. Sometimes you may have watched the video. You may hear me repeat a fact that you heard from another video. That's all right, cuz, you know, just not everybody watches all the videos. So, breaking Philadelphia news. The clock at Christ Church. Oh, good gravy. Where did it go? Well, anyway, they just repaired the steeple to the church. You see, and also that steeple, that is the tallest building George Washington ever saw while he was alive. Yeah, I can't tell you, that's a horrible place to double park. Oh, you're waiting for the parking space. You gotta put the flashers on, not the turn signal, hon. You did that wrong. Not that it matters. Nobody drives properly in the city. I know I'm doing jerk-off things on the scooter. It's all right. It's Labor Day. It's what Ben Franklin died for. I don't think Ben Franklin had anything. I don't think Labor Day became a thing until the 1900s. Oh, that's right. They installed all these new signs. Now, we're getting ready to hit 2026, which is going to be the 250th anniversary of the United States. So what they did is they installed all these new signs talking about what used to be here in between the times of Ben Franklin and the Philly Captain. Ben Franklin, by the way, designed this tunnel because Ben Franklin lived right here. Oh, let's go. I miss this place. It gets me excited. I get here all the time, but it's just awesome to know, like, sort of he was here. I don't know. This is Ben Franklin's house. Ben Franklin, his building was here. They knocked it down in the early 1800s. Ben Franklin's daughter sold the property. They have really a great idea of how the house was built because, you know, they had letters that Ben Franklin wrote to his wife Deborah. And if you look down here, you can see that there are some letters from Ben to his wife. So Ben wrote this letter. He's like, yo, you got to put all my stuff, all my papers and books, lock them up. And then she wrote back, yo, of course I did that. Leave me alone. You designed the house. I know how to do it. And then she was like, all your stuff's locked up. Stop being a jerk. I don't know if they really liked each other that much. By the way, right here, this was Ben Franklin's privy pit.
Hey, how deep is that?
How deep is that? I don't know. This is Ben Franklin's toilet right here. So when Ben Franklin would go to the bathroom, he would throw his waste down there in the privy pit. And if you look here, this is the Ben Franklin Museum, a tiny museum. I think it's only like $5. You could do it in like an hour. If you read everything, if you don't read and just walk, you could knock it out in 3 minutes.
I think that's the other one.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's right. It's the other Ben Franklin toilet. I don't know why he's walking around with a cone. Yeah, these are little libraries. I always look for these. My daughter's getting ready to go back to school, so I'm looking for her summer reading books that she didn't read because, you know, summer's over, and God forbid she read the book. And now it's, you know, Labor Day weekend, and every kid in America is an asshole. So when everybody's trying to order the same 17 books on Amazon, they're all sold out. None of the libraries have it. I told you, you get an F. That's what you get. That's what Ben Franklin would have done. Would have given you an F. I should give myself an F because I have not been here. This building here, this is Carpenter's Hall. This is where the First Continental Congress, this is where they met up. And they wrote a letter to King George. King George, you know, he was the king of England. And they were like, yo, King, they wrote a letter. They're like, yo, King George, you got to stop taxing us, cuz. And then King George got their letter and just like pretty much crumpled it up. He's like, I ain't gonna do shit. And then we had the Revolutionary War. And 223 years later, you have a jerk-off YouTuber walking by talking to himself. So they just opened it. Oh, it's closed for a private event. The shutters are closed. It was supposed to open. So anyway, since it's going to be 2026, everything in this area is getting a little spruced up, getting a little cleaned up. And for 2020, because all the tourists are going to come here, you know? And so they were fixing this building up for a while. And when it was getting ready to open in February, somebody set the building on fire. Ben Franklin, John Adams, they all hung out here, and some jerk-off tried to burn it down. Luckily, they broke through this thing here. You figured they would, maybe, I guess you don't want to let the terrorist win, but maybe do a little bit of it. I guess you want to keep it the way it's supposed to be. Maybe, hopefully up behind there, it's well locked. But it just seems like they didn't really update that as much. Whew. All right, I got to get back. I'm about to break 36,000 subscribers, so if you haven't yet, please subscribe. If I broke 36,000 subscribers, I'm on my way. I want to get 40,000 subscribers, hopefully by the end of the year. Wouldn't that be neat? I mean, for me, it'd be neat. And I guess it's kind of cool to watch this channel grow if you're a viewer, because I know when I'm a big fan of Little Dicky. I've been a fan of Little Dicky from day one. And every time I see him grow, I'm like, damn, man, I was there day one. I was at his very first concert at the TLA. It feels good to be part of something, you know? So if you want to help me get to 40,000 subscribers, please subscribe. Or share if you know somebody who would like to watch a video of a man in his mid-40s riding a scooter, talking to himself. Oh, they had the naked bike ride last weekend. I didn't go to it. But pretty much the naked bike ride is a ride where people ride around the city butt-ass naked. And pretty much people who don't own bikes, they rent these bikes and ride them butt-ass naked, and they don't cover the seats. So if you see one of these Indigo bikes around the city, don't touch the seats unless you like spray it down with Lysol or have like spray it with like hand sanitizer. I remember one time I saw Bruce Springsteen on Labor Day, right? And I saw him twice. He played Citizens Bank Park 2 nights in a row. Tickets were $60 back in 2008-ish. Bruce comes out to one night, pretty much does Side 1 of the River, Sherry Darling, all the poppy hits, stadium's rocking and rolling. So I'm thinking, oh, it's Labor Day. Bruce is going to go hard tonight. And now he got in his feels. And he did he opened up with The Factory. It's like that, Bruce. You don't open up with The Factory. Which, tonight's the night. No, that's not The Factory. I hate The Factory. It's the reason why Darkness on the Edge of Town isn't my favorite Bruce album, because there's like 2 or 3 clunkers on it. I love it though. It might be the only song. The work in life. That's the song. Early in the morning, factory whistle blows. That's what he opened up a concert with. I saw Flo Rida the other day, and he's starting this tour, this summer tour. He's instead of opening up with Good Feeling, which is like the automatic #1 opener for every concert. Every concert you open up with Good Feeling. It's a slam dunk. Makes sense, right? And now he's opening up with Right Round. And I'm telling you, you do Good Feeling. You just, it's the best concert in the history of the world. Yeah, it really is. The Flo Rida concert. If you ever get a chance to go see a Flo Rida concert, you got to do it. It's a good show. It doesn't matter if you don't like them. You're going to like the show. It's a guaranteed. Never heard these words ever said. You know, I went to the Flo Rida concert. I thought it was boring. That's never been a sentence ever said. But if you see a concert where he opens up with Good Feeling, just know you're at the best Flo Rida concert you can experience. God damn. That's the Mifflin Public School. That was erected in 1825. You know, do you think in 1825 erected was like a funny word? Do you think people chuckled at funny words like erect? Because like there was a Beaver College. I was just recently at Beaver Stadium. And I'm like, who names these things? Don't they know how immature? Matter of fact, Beaver University in the burbs of Philly, they had to change the name to Arcadia University because of all the goddamn jokes. Matter of fact, I went to the campus one day and I went looking for beaver, like signs of beaver in Arcadia University. America's first lager, brewed lager yeast from his native Bavarian. First lager brewed here at this building. I gotta figure out a way. Listen, can somebody help me with this? Does anybody know of a thing that uploads, like, all right, so I don't just do YouTube. I do TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I do them all, right? But all day, what I do is I dice up my YouTube videos and I put like the best 15-second clips, 40-second clips. I put them up on the other one so people can come over to the YouTube channel, right? Does anybody know of a website where I just upload it one time and just write this? Because all I do is copy and paste. But here's the thing, I have ADHD and I never ever get, it takes me, which should take me 2 minutes, takes me an hour, because then I go on, I'll go to Instagram, then I'll go to Twitter, then I'll start scrolling Twitter and I'll see something, and then I'll go to Facebook and I'll upload to Facebook. And then by the time it gets to TikTok, I forget about it. Then I'll start, like, you know, doing something else, and then I'll remember, oh shit, I was uploading stuff. It's ADHD, man. I'm back on 2nd Street, shopping district. By the way, all this, new construction. All this, new construction. If I stood here 3 years ago and took a picture, I think it was just a vacant lot. Most of this was just a vacant lot. Well, listen, if you like this video, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, and while you're at it, hit subscribe. Don't forget to check out my merch. My merch, it's fire. Get yourself a vote for Philly captain for mayor. Why waste a vote on some other asshole? Waste a vote on this asshole. Vote Philly captain for mayor. Man, you got to see the laser focused I was right there. I was so in tune with the scoop. I have a Patreon. Patreon members, your postcards are in the mail. I had Matt, who was part of the Penn State videos. He autographed all the postcards. And thank you for everybody who joined up last month. If you want to sign up for Patreon, there's a link in every video. I do live streams. As a matter of fact, as soon as I get done this, I'm going to go home and do a live stream. And if you want to have access to all my live streams, sometimes I say stuff that's kind of controversial. So I don't leave it up too long. I take it down. So if you want to click that join button, you get access to all the live streams. You get to see the stuff I don't want people to see, to tell you the truth. Same thing with Patreon. You get like insight, details. You'll find out stuff like I think they knew about me meeting Flo Rida 2 weeks before I met Flo Rida, even though that wasn't a guarantee. I had a good feeling. Let's fucking go. Just doing one more lap around this block. This is really bonus bullshit. Shout out to Gnomestead in Alaska. I've been thinking about you, buddy. I've been real busy. I've seen the chickens in the coop. Can't believe how big they are. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling. Could you imagine if Flo Rida opened up with The Factory by Bruce Springsteen? What up, everybody? My fucking dad was a union man. It was miserable. Early in the... Flo Rida would never do that. This is another thing the city's doing. They're just putting speed bumps everywhere. Making it tough. Tough to scoot on these streets. Early in the morning, factory whistle blows. You know, Fast Car by Tracy Chapman is a hit. You put a gun to my head. You go, whatever, it's like 1994. There we go. South Kensington. I forgot to play the song. Yeah, you hold a gun to my head and you say, yo, Fast Car is going to be the biggest song of the summer in 2023. Yes or no? I go, no, absolutely not. But it is. My goddamn daughter went to a country concert. I don't know who she saw. I think it's Luke Combs, but I couldn't tell you the difference between a Luke Combs, a Garth Brooks, or a Willie Nelson. Well, I can tell you who Willie Nelson is. I can tell you who I am. I'm lost. All right. 2nd Street seems far. What I should do is find Kung Fu Necktie. And then once I find Kung Fu Necktie, and I was driving in my car. By the way, that song is really depressing. I never listened to the lyrics before, and I just did. And I was like, holy shit. It's kind of like The River by Bruce Springsteen. Down to the river. God, that River is such a good album. There's like 9 or 10 bangers. Go ahead. Uh-oh. Like there's like 9 or 10 bangers, but then like the rest of The River, he had to make it 2 albums. But if he just released the pop albums, it would have been one of the greatest rock and roll albums ever made in the history of music. If you're a Bruce fan, you know what I'm talking about. I was driving in my car. I can't find it. I probably parked in the wrong spot and it was towed. Oh no, you know what? I didn't park. I parked on one of these streets. And I was driving my scooter, doing 12 miles, getting ready to get hit by a SUV. I found my key. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. And I'll sail with you later. Aye.